Card delight, trading card. It's time to join the conversation. Take a journey into the trading card hall.
Could you introduce yourself?
Hi, Adrian here. I've been here before, but yeah, I'm back. I'm from Indonesia. I'm a player, FAB player from Indonesia.
Yeah, we are all players, right? So I think the recording just kicked off. I think so. I just introduced myself again. This is Chris here, your regular on Trading Card Talk. Geoffrey is not in today, as you've heard just now. Adrian is in. So Geoffrey actually just got married. So congratulations.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah,
he's on
congratulations to him.
he's on his honeymoon right now. So
Yeah, I think he's on his way back tonight. That's what he said to us,
yeah,
right? So anyway, congratulations. Looking forward to you being back with next 2 weeks time, Geoffrey. Then you get to listen to this podcast without being a participant. But I think that's probably fine with you because then you can take a break and listen. Okay, so yeah, again, this is episode 7, I think. So I've been trying to keep track of the episodes. Episode 7 of Trading Card Talk, and the podcast that talks about Flash and Blood mostly. But I think over time, we just try to see whether we can talk about other card games as well, because we have to always see the broader picture, I think, and compare how FAB is different, and see some of the strengths of other card games. So you as a listener can make a choice what do you want to play. And I think Flash and Blood is a great game, of course, but sometimes some of us need to take a break, which is what I'm doing now, taking a bit of a break, taking a bit of magic, because Tekla Watson isn't doing too great right now. And even though I just fought the deck up, it's sad that he can do more. So hopefully some of the new tools with the meta changing, with Rosetta coming out, maybe he can make a comeback to do a bit more. Hopefully get some Living Legend points. Yeah. So yeah, today we're going to talk more about Rosetta. So for those of you who do not play Flash and Blood, Rosetta is the new set that's coming up in September. Surprisingly, around the same time as well as Magic's new set, Duskmorn, House of Horror. So a bit rough for the store because now I have to bring in 2 batches of products, which is going to be quite massive.
yeah. The local stores here as well. They're opening the pre-orders both at the same time.
Yeah, I also
at the same time.
Correct. I also some of the pre-orders from other stores are out, but I've been so busy. I've been playing. I need to push up my pre-orders for Rosetta, also to my community and hopefully attract new players as well. So today we're going to talk about 3 things. In the world of Flash and Blood, LSS just released some information to us as retailers about events that we can run in conjunction with Rosetta. And I hope this, as I bring up this topic, that other people are listening. If you can bring this up to your stores, try to encourage them to run these events, because I think the structure of events is really good to help get new players into the game, get them into pre-release, and it's something that if you as a player or your community of players, right, can support your stores, do help your LGSs to encourage them to do this. If that means putting some of your time to help them, I really would hope that all of you guys do it, because all of us LGSs are small businesses. Not many of us are huge conglomerates with multiple stores, right? So yeah, by the end of the day, card games are a community. So I hope that we can talk about that in a bit. We're also going to look at some of the spoiled cards so far. Some cards have been spoiled already, and I think from what I know, we're not going to see as many as we would like. But I think that every day that's good as well. So there's more mystery to the set. And then I think we'll cap off with a bit about Skirmish that's happening in a couple of weeks' time, in all over the world, right? Yeah. So Adrian, maybe I don't think you've seen the news for this, so maybe I want to get your thoughts about all this. So in conjunction with Rosetta coming out, the stores have been given some tips and a program on what we can do. So let me outline some of the key things, right? So some of these activities are built around First Strike, which you are also aware of, I'm sure. So the idea here, basically, as the for the stores, is actually to build a activity built around First Strike, and also, of course, the IRA decks, right? Using the First Strike decks, we can actually demo the game to people by putting them into like learn to play events and things like that. and then from there, invite them to come for a pre-release. And I hope with the news that that they're not going to spoil so much, and then everyone who comes in to play pre-release will be more on an even playing field, and it'll be more fun for new people to come in as well. And then after that, of course, plan the event to get them into the store for the release weekend, so that we can enjoy the set together, open a couple of packs, maybe do some drafts or whatnot.
Is
So yeah.
first pack coming out before Rosetta or after?
Yeah, I think the information I have so far, I'm actually a bit delayed because I've been so busy trying to figure out stocking and things like that. Because I want to plan my stock now, hopefully built around Rosetta as well, so that I can get all the products that I need in. Because I think the issue I have right now is that with supply chain, Alexis is more aggressive right now, I think, with products, right? So they got like Army decks coming out. But the challenge, I think, as a store that we have at stores, especially a store like mine, I'm not the biggest store, right? Is that we need to try to batch our products together to ship in together, and that's the challenge right now. Because we have Army decks coming up, Molten came out like funnily in between somewhere, and then after that we had Azalea also, right? And after that First Strike, so all these products are coming up in like 1 or 2 weeks after each other, which makes it a bit harder for us to schedule shipping because. If we ship the products, like in Malaysia, if I ship the products in batch by batch, right, we don't enjoy some of the savings we get to order like a larger quantity of stock. So that's why it's challenging because in Malaysia the tax is really high. Yeah, so if I just do it bit by bit here and there, the cost will be too exorbitant for the shop. Right? So,
Do you guys not have a local distributor?
no, we don't.
Uh,
Yeah, we do have someone who helps bring stuff in. But I think but it's not competitive. It's very hard for stores if we depend on this party, right? So I make it a point to try to order direct from the main distributor based in Singapore. So because that's better for the store, even though we still have to contend with the local taxes. But if I take it from another party in Malaysia. It's hard, right? Because they have to make money as well, right? Or at least try to get a bit back for helping stores bring it in. So at the end of the day, it's not very competitive, lah. So it's always better for the store to bring it yourself. But then that means also you have to make sure you can order the minimum order quantity. Yeah. I don't know why we're going to the business stuff, but anyway, that's basically it. I'm not complaining. It's just the challenge of doing the business, right? Especially when we don't have a local distribution partner here. And actually Malaysia, to be honest, I don't think it's the biggest market. So it wouldn't make sense to also have a sub-distributor here or another distributor here.
Indonesia just got a local distributor.
Yeah, I know. I saw the news. Congratulations. that would help. If you have a local partner, that would really help.
It must. I think it brings the cost down for store owners as well. Cause
hopefully,
yes.
Because
what we noticed, I think the prices for Rosetta are closer to MSRP, so it's almost same as in the outside. So
that's great, guys. Great to hear. In Malaysia, the stores try to make it like more affordable for players, but the Malaysian ringgit actually has been getting poorer.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Correct. And
bringing your own stuff.
Yeah, so actually, to be honest, for the last before this year, right? I think when I started the store in 2022, in 2023, and 2023, I had to raise the prices of all my packs because I just couldn't absorb the ringgit being so weak. Anyways, so for all of you who are listening, those of you who are not in Southeast Asia, in North America or whatnot, you guys are actually really lucky.
You have it good there.
So don't complain. You guys have to pay a lot for your stuff because if you come to Southeast Asia, you have to pay a lot more. Anyways, getting back to the topic about these events. So these are a series of events that have been planned out. The LSS has shared to everyone. And then so something that you guys just check out the website. I don't know whether I can put a link. Maybe I'll put a link on the YouTube later on, so that those of you who listen can actually check it out and find out a bit more, and then see how you can help your stores be able to run events like this. It's quite an aggressive calendar actually. That I think if you actually follow anything that they're suggesting here, you're going to have like maybe 5 to 6 weeks worth of activities that stores can run, which actually taxing.
Good, right?
It's good, it's good. But it is quite taxing for a store, especially
Yes, of course.
because we all know most LGSs are actually small businesses, right? And like for example, in my store, it's just me and my store manager. So like running so many events, on top of like Dustmon coming out as well. Or
Yeah, other TCGs as well.
yeah, correct. I mean, I wish I could just do Flash and Bird in my store, but I can't. Yeah, because the Flash and Bird player base, as much as I would like it to be bigger, it's not as big as I would like. So I have to like see how I can do Magic also, right? Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, this series of events, we will put it into the YouTube
Yeah.
page, and then also on Spotify when we upload it, so you guys can just look at it, see what events your stores are able to help run, and if you can help them, please do. And then yeah, we can actually bring new players into the game, have more fun, and then you can also support your local game store. Yeah, right.
I've seen the first strike decks, and I
Yeah,
think
okay.
yeah, it's much beginner friendly. So I think it's a perfect choice to start for new players because
Yeah,
the mechanics are quite straightforward, unlike bright lights.
yeah. I think I was like talking to Geoffrey about Bright Lights. I really like Feedback Crack as a format. Uh,
Yes, I also like it as a format.
but Bright Lights, I agree. It's not the easiest set to play, right?
Bright light has too many mechanism going on. Like
Yeah.
in
Well,
first strike, it's just
yeah,
attack, go again, attack. So it's much easier.
yeah, correct. And then, but you still need to do a bit of something to get the goal again, right? Yeah, but
Yes,
still,
yes, but
it's simpler. I
it's just
agree.
simpler. Yes, much
Yeah,
simpler. So hopefully, it's a good platform for new players.
definitely. I think so. That's why I'm really planning to bring those decks in. And I think the characters. I think I mentioned in the previous pod that Aurora and all these characters, they look very friendlier to children, right? Not children lah. I know the game. The game supposed to be 16 age and up.
Yeah.
But yeah, by my store, I've been actually getting a slightly younger crowd. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I
Okay.
actually have two kids right now. They came today to the store. They were playing. They're like 12, 13 years old, right?
Okay.
So still not too bad. And actually, I met with the mother of one of the kids, and then she was concerned like the son wanted to keep playing card games. So I just chatted with her a bit, helped her to feel like the store is okay. I mean, yeah, that we are not unsavory people. Yeah.
You're not bullying them.
No, we're not. Yeah. So yeah, I have a 12-year-old and his friend who just came today. The 12-year has been coming quite a bit. He really loves playing the game. He's playing KO now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he's been upgrading the deck, and he was so lucky, right? So yeah. Anyways, he's been so lucky because he's been playing the story. That of course he supports the story. He buys some packs here and there. And then I have one other player who's slightly who's older. He's like he's a young adult. I think maybe he's in his early 20s, right? So because right now he's in between jobs. He's actually going to be studying his masters. So he comes to the store to accompany this kid, and they play quite a bit, especially like school holidays. So after that, my other community member, the older one, right? He sometimes like, okay, I'm going to I'll buy you a pack, lah, right? Because just because you're a kid, right?
Yeah.
And then you know what? He bought him so far in the couple of times that they've met and played. So the first time he bought him one of a pack just to encourage him. He pulled a gauntlet of Iron Wheel.
Oh, an
Cold
elf. A
foil.
cold foil.
And yeah, so that pack actually, the older dude bought, the young adult bought for the kid the pack, and he opened the pack. He got the gauntlets of Iron Wheel, right? Yeah. So yeah, so that's his first legendary cold fall. It's not a rainbow fall, cold fall. And then just this week, he also they played again, and then he said, "Okay, I'm going to buy you another pack," right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the kid was like, I want to get stuff from he wanted to get things like E-Strike and all that from history pack, right? So he said, okay, like that's I buy you a pack of history pack, right? And then you know what? He pulls a final spring tuning.
Oh,
Yeah. So
that's
after
what we call new players luck.
yeah. So that's why and then my young adult customer says like oh no, I always buy stuff for the kid and then he always pulls the stuff. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, I really think Flash and Blood is actually a good game for younger people as well. Even though the packaging says it's 16 ages and up, right? But I think kids nowadays are smarter. So I really think that, yeah, I was talking to the mother, like saying, hey, maybe we can try to work on doing something for a junior league or something like that, right? Maybe with, the son's school, or maybe his tuition class or whatever. I don't know. So I was just talking to the mom, and I shared with the mom a bit about the benefits of trading card games, right? Where you can make friends, you have strategy, math, and I realized she was telling me that her son actually enjoys maths, which is why he enjoys the card game, right? So yeah, so we were talking, and then like definitely, I think I want some points for the store to encourage parents to say this is actually a safe place for your children. Yeah. So yeah, I think this set will be good. I think um yeah, if we have more sets like this, a bit more colorful, a bit more friendlier, then we can have a slightly younger crowd to train, to get into the game and train. Yeah, because Buddy, we had some 11-year-olds playing, right? So that's actually a good sign that the game can be picked up by someone younger.
Yeah,
Yeah. The only
and,
thing, yeah.
yeah, and it's not only for new players as well, because in our community, many of the existing players they're buying out first strike because some of the cards are exclusive. So
Oh, okay.
right,
Okay.
the pre-order is filled with like one person buying 3 boxes of each
Oh,
deck. I'm
really?
like, oh no.
That's not supposed to be the way. Yeah, hopefully. Okay, sure.
But stores are not scared to stock it. That's the good part. Like
I
stores,
think I
yeah,
think that's a good thing. Yeah,
yeah,
because so far Blitz decks have not been moving that well, right? To be
yes,
frank. So I think yeah, with the first strike decks, hopefully we can use that as places to get new players in. Yeah. So
yeah,
anyway, so these are the series of events. Yeah, we sidetracked. Um, so far we sidetracked a bit, but let's get back to Rosetta, Adrian. So you want to talk a bit about some of the spoiled cards that you have been um maybe that stood out for you?
yeah. Let's bring it up because I don't remember it all. I don't
Okay,
remember the
I'll
cards until probably like the second week of release.
yeah, okay, let's see what other cards out there.
All I know is that all the cards has sigil on them. Most
Yeah,
of the cards have sigil on them.
yeah. So we can talk about the sigil ones that become they've come out.
Have we talked about the split cards?
Yeah, last
Oh,
part,
last,
Geoffrey and I
yeah,
talked about the split
yeah. So
cards.
I think between last podcast and today, I think the only new cards are the
All the
sigils,
sigils,
yeah,
and I
and
think yeah, we
some
have
expansion cards, yeah.
yeah, correct. These are some of the expansion cards. So that out of these cards, which are the ones that you that have stood out for
Uh,
you? Let me see if I can make the images
like
bigger.
I said, I'm a brute player. Of course, the Reinar card is
Yeah,
the one that stands out for me. I mean, the splatter skull. I really like LSS adding the expansion slot because it makes I don't know, it makes us look forward for to the set even though if we're not using the set.
yeah, correct. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I agree. I like
and
that.
yeah, and the prices have gone down since Bright Light. So uh, the first time they tried it was in Bright Light, but Bright Light wasn't that much of a hit for a set.
Yeah.
So the prices of the expansion cards in Bright Light was quite high. But
Mhm.
since MSD and heavy hitters, the expansion slot cards are roughly a stable price. So I like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
this card is Splatter Skull is very good for Reiner. I think one of the weakness in Reiner is that he he does all the intimidates, right? But
yeah.
then if you do all those intimidates, um you will allow the opponent to keep a full card hand
Yep.
because the opponent has no choice but not to block with his card, right?
Yeah, correct.
So then you will receive a full card hand attack the next turn.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
this actually gives you a benefit. Like you actually discard a random card that you've intimidated. So
yep,
that so you intimidate and you discard that card. I think
yeah.
it's a must in Reiner. But for other brutes, I don't think it's gonna be that important.
Correct, correct. I think, and also the art was done by Arif Wijaya,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Yeah. So
Indonesian representation.
yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah, yeah. So Yeah, I agree. I think this card definitely looks like a Rhinar card because Rhinar's fallen behind, right? Even though he's
Yes.
gotten quite a lot of new cards in heavy hitters. I think was there a brute card in MST? I can't remember. Uh, I think there was.
There's only for Shadow Brute,
Oh
Shadow
yeah,
Ram.
yeah, yeah. The Shadow Ram horror, correct? Shadow Ram horror was in MST. So yeah, I think I was listening to some other stuff the last few weeks when this card was spoiled, and I think some of the brute fans are super happy because brutes haven't been able to have hand disruption. I think in a card game, since I've been playing around with Magic quite a lot, I realized that in a card game, especially with a game like as competitive as Flash and Blood, right? And with, for example, with Zen's damage output being so high, uh, like hand disruption is very important.
It
I think
needs, yeah.
yeah, so,
The
yeah,
problem with giving Rhinar disruption is that intimidate is quite a big upside. Like you're just forcing the opponent not, and you don't give the opponent any choice because you're intimidating their hand.
correct.
But yeah, but now with all those aggro decks, I think yeah, intimidation, because intimidate is good for mid range deck or a fatigue deck, but then
Correct.
for an aggro deck, intimidation is like nothing at all because they don't want to block at all.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, definitely hand disruption is something important in the game that we need to see more in Flesh and Blood. Like I see of very often in like I've been playing a lot of Magic, like I said, right? Magic has got a lot of cards that we can, disrupt people, right? Like because Magic's a very different game, right? You're casting your creatures on the table, correct? On the board, right? And then you have things like removals and all that. I mean, these are all Magic terms. So for those of you who don't play Magic, removals are basically cards that you can remove the card from the table, because in Magic you cast spells where all these cards become creatures on the table, and these things can attack you. So the idea here is that you remove the cards, or there are cards like that are hand disruption where you can mess around with your opponent's hand, right? So in Flash and Blood, we don't see as much. I think the heroes who have hand disruption right now are things like heroes like the assassins, right? Do a lot more, do the most hand disruption right now, I believe. Um, and right now with Rhina getting one card like that, I think that helps. I don't think you should give Rhina too many cards like that, but
Yeah,
in the right opportunity, if this card hits, you either force a block from the opponent because they don't want to lose that banished card, right? Maybe it's a very important card, but the trade-off is that then they end up blocking two cards, or with the ninjas, because their blocks sometimes are two block cards, then they end up like inefficient blocks, or
yeah. They
they have
have
to
to block with whatever
yeah,
card they
they have to
have.
lose they will lose their whole hand, right?
Yeah.
Or if this card comes out at the end of a go again turn, because now brutes can do some go again, right, with the agile lineup and all that, then you potentially could see the brutes making a big comeback once this set hits. I think that's going to be good. Yeah, maybe Levia is going to go up the ranks, man. Yeah, but Levia doesn't intimidate, so yeah, this is definitely a
Yeah,
Rhino.
it's a Rhino card. Kaya
Yeah,
doesn't intimidate, Levia doesn't intimidate, so it's a
yeah,
Rhino.
I think Levia they've been just focusing on like big damage, right? With cards like Shadow Realm Horror and all that. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, that's Splatter Cow. What else? What else do you think? Have you seen? Now, okay, for me, like being the Techno Vorson,
Haha, you get an arcane barrier.
yeah, get Arcane Barrier. I know in MST we got all those Evo pieces that
Yeah.
have AB, right? But I think with Adaptive Dissolver, I think this is great because then it's a base equipment. Techno Vorson can equip it straight away, and then be able to still transform into whatever he needs to do.
And
Yeah,
you can move it around, I think.
yeah, correct. It's like the other one, right?
Adaptive plating.
The adaptive plating, right? This is definitely a must-have. I need to get it.
Well, why is adaptive plating a legend and this is a majestic?
I don't know.
uh,
Yeah, I think
the,
because I think it's because in Rosetta it's a arcane damage set, right? So they cannot make it so difficult to pull because like poor Tekla Watson has no AV, and it needs to look mechanologies. Come on, you can't like previously when before we got the I haven't been playing as much as I would like, right? Because I've been a bit tired of losing with Tekla Watson. So but prior to MST, my Tekla also actually had to carry the Arcane Lantern. So when you're carrying the Arcane Lantern, right, you can't carry his gun, right?
Yes.
And then you can't transform. So I think this will help so that I can still maintain the singularity game plan. At the same time, be able to stave off some of the arcane damage coming from a rune blade, for example.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So then, if you, I think this equipment is definitely good for. I think that also obviously still needs a lot of work in terms of cut support, because but the build I'm playing is a bit more aggressive, of course, but uh yeah, he's not enough for Zen. So like all this big Enigma also I lose very terribly to Enigma, so I don't like playing with him now. Yeah,
There's
so yeah.
there's a good
Okay.
Riptide card that was spoiled. I think it's beside this adaptive dissolver.
Yeah, we can
I
after
forgot.
first. Yeah. So what does this card do?
This is a very crazy card. It costs 0. You just look at the person's hand and arsenal, and they have to discard all their hand and
Oh my
arsenal
god, that's
the next
powerful.
the next end phase. But it doesn't have Gogan, so usually probably they'll want to uh attack with something or uh
Yeah, yeah, because Riptide can go wide, right? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
attack with something and then play this. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
And then like that he's going to bring back, he's going to search for 3 traps,
Yeah.
and then the opponent's going to be like, oh no, he's going to like do traps on me the next turn.
Yes, and you don't know which trap because you shuffle 2 cards back to your hand, back to the hand.
Ah, okay. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I think yeah, Riptide is actually doing quite well now, right? I think he's becoming a more meta deck. So yeah, what else do we have here? I don't know. What's this Flutter Saps?
I think
Ah,
this is an Enigma card.
do you
So
think this will help?
yeah,
Yeah, maybe for those people who can't afford to get the Enigma lake piece, right? Then this is something that
yeah,
you can actually run, which
it's
makes
a
it
much
more
easier.
affordable.
Yeah, it's much easier because you can play it as an instant. Yeah, it's exactly the same as the what they call it, the legendary. Yeah, I forgot the name of the card, the new one.
Yeah, I forget as well. I think just he'll be upset if he hears today's spot and like tonight's spot, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you guys don't know the footsteps, the new footsteps. Oh, so sorry. I can't remember. I haven't been playing FAB that much lately, also
But
because I've been.
other than that, most of the what they call it, the spoilers is either from the first strike or it's from the sigils. Maybe we can look
Yeah,
at the sigils.
some of them was spoiled just recently. The promos are gonna be coming, right?
Yes, yes.
So yeah, so we have the sigils. Uh, yeah, we have the all those sigils like so we have like a sigil of the Arc Knight, which is obviously going to be a card that what's his name? What's the shadow? The
The
original. No, no,
Vincent
no.
Viserai,
The original Rune Blade Viserai. Yeah.
Viserai.
So yeah, because Viserai cards always got this Arc Knight thing in the name of the card, right? So yeah, so I think this. Yeah, but I don't know about auras, man. I mean, like we have a lot of auras in the game so far, right? So sometimes auras feel like they don't get played because you want to have more damage output. So yeah, so we have Sigil of the Arc Knight, which is a um aura for I think for Viserai for sure. So basically, different effects, right? So I don't know, man. I mean, all these auras, would they
But
work? Yeah.
it sync with the effect of what's her name, the Earth Wizard, because the Earth Wizard needs sigil in the name of the cards.
Ah, okay.
And you look at the Earth Wizard's effect. I forgot what it's called.
Which one? The Earth Wizard Rodan.
Verdance, yeah.
What does Rodans do? Yeah.
Whenever you get, no, no, not this one. There's a card that deals
Oh, that deals the damage. Is it
damage. Yeah, if it's sigil. I forgot. I think all this sigil.
which one is that? Is it a rare or majestic?
I forgot. But there's a card that reference sigil, and then
Oh,
that's why there's so many there's these sigil cards coming
okay,
out.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
we
But
didn't.
one of the
Mhm.
sigil that's good is in my opinion, is the wizard one, because I think it can be used in other wizard as well. I think it's this one. At the beginning of your action phase, when this leaves the end arena, banish the top card of your deck. It's like Kano's ability
Yeah, and it's like
without pay, so it's just paying itself.
another Storm Striders, right? You can like use it as
Yes.
a Storm Striders. Yeah, because the new wizard, I think the new wizard Auxilios and or even Verdance, right? I don't think they're going to be doing a lot of things on the opponent's turn. Just like how the Emperor, right? The Emperor basically plays mostly on his turn, and
Yes.
the his Storm Strider's turn is more for the kill time, for the either the kill or yeah, it's basically for the kill turn, right? Yeah, but he can only do it once. So yeah, we'll see. I think these cards definitely going to make the game more interesting.
But
Um,
these cards are also gonna be. They spoiled this because these are the skirmish promos, are they?
no, I think these are the if I'm not mistaken,
Pre-release, sorry, pre-release promo.
these are not. I think these are not pre-release promos. These are actually the promos
Oh, for the box.
for the box purchase. Buy a box, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, I think these are
what
the
are what are
promos.
the pre-release promos?
The pre-release, I don't think we have been told what they are yet. Maybe they have been told. I don't know. Let me see. Have they been informed? Um, yeah, because I just set up my pre-release. I think. Oh, pre-release is not pre-release. Is the cold fall, Channel Mount Heroic, and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they're
So
gonna reprint those cards, eh?
so yeah. Oh, pre-release. You're right. Pre-release and skirmish is different. Channel Mount Heroic is a skirmish promo.
Okay, okay.
You're right, Adrian. Oh, what a lousy store owner I am. I don't even know.
No, there's too many events, and
Yeah,
I also don't know.
I got too many events happening in my brain, man. Well, we can check. I think the good thing about LSS is that they actually prepare a lot of this information for us so that we can actually refer to, which really helps me as a store a lot. I really appreciate that. The team at LSS, you guys are doing a great job. Ellen Hale, if you're listening, yeah, you're doing a really love the work and updates you give to us. Really helpful for us as a store.
Oh, it's the lightning wizard weapon. So it says if you control an aura permanent with sigil in its name, the weapon costs one less to activate.
Ah,
So you can play sigil instead of paying for the cost.
Ah, oh, so that's right. So that's then the gameplay loop for Oscillo is probably to create all these sigils which help him, right?
And all these sigils are instant, so you can play them without uh, uh, using an action point. Even his weapon is instant.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so we'll see whether wizards are going to be big. I mean, I honestly don't know what's going to be happen.
I also don't know too. I mean, we don't have we have limited amount of cards being shown because, like you said before, LSS are waiting um for the pre-release to show most of the cards. So
Yeah, well, I hope they don't spoil too much because I think having some mystery is always
yeah.
and then we have I think people would know that we have all these macro cards as well, right? Which you can in limited you have them already in the arena, so that's quite interesting. So we'll see how that.
There's a funny card as well, Sigil of Cycles. It says at the beginning it's a generic aura.
Mm,
It has go again, so you don't need to play. You don't need an action point. You need an action point, but you can get back the action point
yeah,
at the beginning. When this leaves the arena, discard a card, then draw a card. Brute can use this to intimidate.
okay, cool. Yeah, so not a lot has been spoiled so far, and I hope
Yeah.
they don't spoil too much, because quite a number of sigils. There's also the sigil of conductivity, which is this arcane shelter, kind of like ward, or what's the other one? Spell void, right? It
Spell
feels like
void,
a spell
yes.
void to me.
It's a spell void. It's spell. I think it's spell void, but different.
Yeah, but it's in a lightning instant. So I think we're going to see a lot of like surprise things with instant cards that you can suddenly
That's
bring
the
up.
that's a
Right.
good thing now with this set is they add a few um arcane prevention in the cards.
Yeah.
Previously the previous set that had arcane was um Ele. Tales of Aria, and that
Alright, yeah.
that didn't have much arcane prevention. That's why during the draft, Briar was so good because she can just deal arcane every turn.
Yeah, and then there's some cards that already had arcane built in, right?
Yeah, but you can't stop the arcane because you don't have arcane barriers. You don't have
Yeah,
a spell voids. So
yeah,
that's I think they added this arcane prevention, which is good. Arcane shelter.
yeah. I think they're definitely doing a lot of work to make this into a good limited experience of people, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, cool. And yeah, some and the art direction I think looks a little bit different, more colorful, which I think
Yeah.
is different. Um,
Last set was very Japanese.
well, yeah, it's Miss Real, right?
This set I think is similar to like Mobile Legend or those type of games, online games.
Yeah, I think I was talking about this before. That Flash and Blood feels a lot like a MOBA, right? Yeah, because like Auxilio looks like a character from it's like any number of mobile. Plus,
Yes.
I know like Dota type games, right? I can't
Yes.
remember the term for it, right? Those multiplayer ones where they're team games. So Auxilio looks similar. Like Mobile Legends has got one character like this. So those of you who are not from Southeast Asia, you probably don't know Mobile Legends, or maybe you do. I don't know. So yeah, it's like a League of Legends style thing on mobile. So there's this Auxilio looks like a character like that. And I probably think League of Legends has something like this as well. This inanimate object thing that's powered by energy. Yeah, but he's a wizard, which is weird, right? Like, how come he's a wizard? You know?
I need LSS to bring back the lore so we know what happened to him and what his background is.
Yeah, maybe he's like a wizard to mess around with too much lightning, and then ended
He
up, he ended
yeah.
up yeah, he ended up going to this automaton thing to keep his form. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Quite likely,
Maybe.
right? Yeah, Verdansk is cool. I think she's very pretty. The art,
Many guys are
yeah,
aiming to build Verdansk. I also like Verdansk, but
very pretty, but
I,
she,
I
yeah, but
I'm
honestly, I think she looks a lot like Poison Ivy from
yes,
Batman.
of course.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like today in the world of art, there's not much originality. You know, as much as the artist tries to work very hard to make the character unique, right?
Yeah.
But but there are too many things in pop culture that are out there that are kind of similar. So with a team like with this team, it's more Earth and Lightning, right? So I don't see how he could have avoided making her look like Poison Ivy, right? Maybe he can make the hair different, lah, right? But I think, yeah, you can't have too many blondes as well. So you need to have some, you need to have some variety in the characters, right? Yeah, and Aurora is already Aurora feels like a Storm in X-Men a little
Yeah,
bit.
a
Yeah,
little bit.
a little bit. Yeah. But I think the most unique one, most unique character design is actually Florian. I don't know what he resembles. He just looks quite. He's the most unique of the lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with his
Is
armor.
it
And
it's a
yeah,
typical room blade.
yeah, but he looks different from any other roommate with the whole Earth kind of style thing
Yeah.
on him, right?
He looks like an emo room blade.
You'll see. I don't. I mean, roommates are supposed to be emo, I think. Yeah, but I like the design. The armor's really intricate and nice, and I like the fact that he's got this leaf type, cloak on him that connects him to Mother Nature or whatnot, right? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but I was saying in the last pod, I think two pods ago, maybe I can't remember. I think Florian's the most interesting for me. His whole decomposed thing and all that, right? I wonder what that's going to be like. Like I say, I think I'm quite attracted to heroes that do weird things, or the mechanics are very different. That's why I played Teklo Watson, because he plays on a different tangent compared to every other hero. Yeah, that's why I actually enjoyed getting to understand how to play him and all that. Yeah, so Florian will probably be something I might want to figure out. But now I have to spend money on Magic as well. So
No, you have too
well,
many. Yeah, don't buy another hero. Just stick on Teklo.
correct. Yeah, it's not that I don't want to do other things, but yeah, but for the store I have to really learn Magic, because Magic's 30-year-old. It's a 30-year-old game, and it's
It's
something I
quite
have to wrap
long.
my head around. But I think the more I play Magic, for example, I begin to appreciate some of the things that FAB has. At the same time, also as I play Magic, I begin to also see some of the strengths that Magic has as well. So
Yeah.
it's good to have that ability to compare, because as much as I do love Flash and Blood, I realize when I meet different people, not everyone would enjoy Flash and Blood. Let's be frank, lah, right? As much as I think FAB is a good game, but there's some people who just enjoy the style of play that Magic has, right? So
Yeah.
you can't like force people to play Flash and Blood. If they don't enjoy it, then why force them to play, right? So I think there's a place in the world for both games. I think I slowly, as I begin to do this business and begin to like go into this hobby more and more, I realize that actually it doesn't benefit us to be tribal about our games. So we can't say that Flash and Blood is the best game out there, and then after that suddenly and then like try to fight with the Magic players and say your game sucks, right? I think that's not right.
You
So I
you
think
can
yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't overthrow the three oldest card games. I think Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic. I think
I don't know.
those
Maybe,
three will always.
that may still be able to be possible. As long as Flash and Blood, for example, continues to do what they do
But
correctly.
it's gonna take a long time. Like
Yeah,
very.
I agree. I agree.
I
Yeah,
think those three will always be there because
yeah, it
they
will be.
started
Yeah.
it.
But I think the one thing that I want to say is that no brand can remain at the top forever. If they get too arrogant, even Flash and Blood also, right? If LSS begins to lose sight of certain things or think that they've done their jobs well, then they can also lose ground. So, like for example, I always tell people like Nokia, for example. I don't know whether you ever use a Nokia phone. Nokia used to be number one, right?
Yeah.
But now Nokia doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, I see Magic's a good game. It's a great game, really, right? But if Wizards of the Coast and if Hasbro continues to do certain things a certain way, right, then it doesn't mean that they'll always be on top. For all you know, if they make some big mistake Monday, then then Flash and Blood and other games can come in. And the same also goes to Flash and Blood and games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. You should never think that you are number one or so great, right? You should always be innovative, do the things that you can do to help your fans, win new fans, keep your fans engaged. Then that's a winning product, right? Or winning game, yeah. So
Yep.
yeah, I don't think being number one, like Magic being number one right now. Actually, I don't really know. I think Magic is number one. Maybe not in all countries. In Japan, for sure, Magic is not number one in the local market, but globally, I'm pretty sure Magic is number one in terms of sales and the number of players who play, right? So yeah, but then again, like you see, Nokia used to be number one, but where's Nokia now? There's no more Nokia, right? So yeah, Wizards of the Coast, if you're listening as well, yeah, please take care of your game. You got a lot of fans who love your game, and you don't want to disappoint them. Neither do you want to uh, isolate them from your game, right? I think that's where LSS is kind of different, right? They really do their best to listen to the fans, and I think that's very positive. But having said that, I think I see something's changing in Magic as well. So hopefully, they will also do right by their fans, and then they're totally winning me over as well a little bit, because I do enjoy some of the style of play that Magic has.
Do you,
Yes.
do
Yeah.
you, do you guys have Lorcana in Malaysia? No. Not yet.
Yeah, we do have Lokrana, but it's not officially
It's not
here.
official, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's quite expensive in Malaysia. Like
Because
one pack of Lokrana is like 30 ringgit,
it's
and
not official.
it's not official because I think the people who bring it in, they have to buy it from third party, and
Yeah.
then they have to mark up, right? So yeah, there is Lokrana here, but there are some people who play it, but we don't have official organized play support, and all that. Right? So of course, Flash and Blood having official support is really good. I know there are some places in the world that don't have OP support yet. That's a bit sad, right? Hopefully, LSS can continue to expand.
But yeah, I think they're working on to expand.
Yeah, I know that definitely are. But running a global business is difficult. Trust me.
Yeah.
I used to work in a multinational, and yeah, running a global business is really daunting. And LSS is not a big company, right? So
Yes.
the thing is quite small relatively to the size of their business, right? So yeah, I wish they could do more, of course, but I know as well that they're humans as well. I think they're trying their best. I complain sometimes that I wish they could do more or give more support to the stores to help grow players and all that. And they're trying to do that. I think like today we talked about the release calendar of activities, right? that's something that's going to be the stores need to actually take it and run with it. Yeah, because if LSS does all this work and the stores don't support these activities, it's not going to help as well. So yeah, okay, I think that's yeah, we're gonna try to keep it short. It's 44 minutes in.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's a slow week, right? Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
think
so,
it'll start
yeah.
to push after skirmish, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm getting to I think Magic, the world of Magic, Dustmore is preview season is coming, but Magic's release cycle is crazy, man. I'm like
Yeah,
Bloomberg just came out like not too long ago, right? 1-2 weeks ago, right? And
they
maybe
release a lot of product. That's why
yeah,
I
they
can't
do.
keep up with it.
Yeah, but I think I'm trying to see it in a different way. I think different sets can appeal to different people.
Exactly. You have to look at it like that. Because
Yeah,
I have a
that's how
friend
I look at it. Yeah,
that's just commanders. So they
yeah,
only care about commander
yeah.
stuff.
That's how I'm looking at it. Okay, so I think maybe to close off, we just want to encourage everyone, for those of you who play Flash and Blood or started on it or are afraid of being competitive or whatnot. Yeah, we got some fairly good events to come to. Not fairly good. I think these are good events to come to. That's supposed to be more friendly for people, with more participative prizes. So Skirmish is happening 31st August in Stormgate Games. So for those of you who are Malaysia, new to the game or yet to try the game, come by my store. Come, I can teach you the game. You can get into a skirmish. Talk to the community members who maybe help you a bit, and let's just have some fun games on 31st August. Some cool prizes. Everyone's going to get a promo. So yeah, 31st August in Summer Games in Kota Damansara. And for you guys in Indonesia, in Invaders, that's on.
It's on the 7th actually.
Okay,
Invaders
7th
is on the
September.
7th. Yeah, September.
Okay.
Then we
Right.
have another one on the 1st, I guess.
What's happening on the first?
Another store is having a skirmish, so in
Okay.
Jakarta. So yeah, so
Okay. So
in,
yeah, so go to Invaders in
in seven,
yeah, on the
yeah,
7th of
on the
September.
7th.
Yeah, for skirmish. In
It's
my
gonna
store,
be Blitz.
yeah, it's gonna be Blitz in my store as well.
Yeah.
I did consider Living Legend, but I'm like, no, I don't think so. We'll see what
I,
happens. We'll see what happens with the Living Legend calling that's happening in a couple of months' time.
I've been playing Living Legend the past few weeks because I'm so bored of CC.
Ah,
It's a much better meta than CC.
really? Is
Yeah.
oh, so where have you been playing Living Legend? I mean, is it in the
No.
store or just with friends?
Yeah. Tomorrow our armory in Vegas is gonna be Living Legend, and then I
Oh,
play
okay.
online as well. So
Okay, that's interesting.
because
Yeah.
I don't know since I don't know it's the healthiest the Living Legend format has ever been. I think.
Okay, so that means like Star Wars has got a fight
Yeah.
against as well, right? So
Yes.
it's not necessarily the dominant deck.
No,
Okay.
no, no. Starvo, Rhinar, Zen, even Kaio, Icelander, Lexi.
Okay.
There's a
Maybe we
lot of
can maybe we should talk about Living Legend the next time.
yes.
Because you guys have been playing, right? I haven't run anything Living Legend related in my store yet. So I'm
Yeah.
always afraid that we'll see Star Wars come in and destroy everyone.
No, no,
It's not? Oh,
no,
okay.
it's not. I mean,
Right.
they put some restriction on Starvo, and I think it's done. It's given Starvo a chance, but it's given others a chance as well. So it's become a very yeah, it's become a very healthy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's give it a shot. I think to try to do it in my store. So okay, it's late. Thank
Okay.
you, Adrian, for coming on today in to help fill in for Geoffrey.
Geoffrey.
But maybe you can come on often a bit more. Yeah, so
Okay.
you have a three-way thing,
Okay.
three-way conversation. We can talk
Yeah.
about Living Legend and see what Geoffrey thinks about Living Legend.
He'll complain because I beat him last time.
Oh, yeah, he will. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys all.
Thank you.
This is Trading Card Talk, episode 7. And today we talked about some of the events for Rosetta that you can have your stores to run, to talk to them, and then some of the sport cards, and of course, skirmish, which is happening. So support the stores that you go to their skirmishes, have some fun, meet some new people if you haven't met some of them, or meet old friends who haven't played in a while. So get out there, support your local game store, get into more Flash and Blood. I think maybe this time in skirmish, I might go and play my own skirmish myself and then see whether I can do better. Definitely not with Teklo Watson though. I'm going to play a meta deck. At least something deck. Yeah. So okay, thank you guys for listening. We will see you in 2 weeks' time for our next episode of Trading Card Talk. Adrian, want to say anything, anyone?
Thank you. Enjoy your skirmish season, and we'll see you during Rosetta season as well.
Yes. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Card Delight, trading cards. It's time to join conversation. Take a journey into the trading card hall.